I bought a new kettle, so forgive the noise you'll be able to hear while I'm speaking. Today, I was at the supermarket, and this supermarket has a community bookshelf where you can give a donation for a book and take a book from the community bookshelf. And it's all stuff that gets given by the community. There was something interesting. An Asterix adventure, Asterix at the Olympic Games, by, I'm gonna murder this, Goscinny and Uderzo. It's worth a shot. Is fairly old, this book. I'm going to see if I can find the exact date. The publishing info should be at the front somewhere. So 1968 book. This is the 1972 reprint. Why is this book interesting to me? I'm going to dox myself a little here, but this came from a Kent Education Committee school. I'm based in the southeast. I'm based in Kent, in the United Kingdom. This was previously a library book. If I go to the back, there is paper slip, the name of the book, and there is the list of times the book has been taken out, with the last date being 1979. This is wild to me. The last time this book was taken out was 1979, and I believe it was the person who then kept the book until it ended up in a supermarket, potentially. But there's something even more interesting about this. Kent Education, so this was previously a school book. I didn't notice this at the time of picking the book up, because I picked it up because it was Asterix, right? But partway through, we've got some sheets of paper. I took a quick glance at the very first sheet, and I knew that I wanted to have a look at these live on camera. Have a look at these 1979 school kid doodles. So the first page... So we got this piece of paper that says, "Do not disturb," and it has a cartoon dog drawn in pencil. As you can sort of see, on the inside, there is an attempt at Garfield that's been crossed out. And on the back, I can only assume that this is meant to be a caricature of the school kid's, like, friend. And there's what appears to be a space hopper, or attempt at a space hopper in the corner. I was hoping there'd be... There is. There's some writing here. Oh, we might even have... Which school? This is getting even more interesting now. We've got a piece of paper with some school writing on it. But on the back is a blank template for the British Transport Police. Right, I'll read you what's written on here in pink ink. I'm starting to think maybe this book belonged to a girl originally. Let's have a look. Making decisions between your friends. Laura was in her bedroom. It was a sunny Sunday morning. "Laura, breakfast is ready," called her mum. She wouldn't go. Her mum went upstairs and found her sitting on the floor in the middle of her bedroom. Her best friend had moved to Wales, and she would probably never see her again. This feels very personal. So Mum sat on Laura's bed and said, "Phone her or write to her, because she has left you all the details." Laura jumped up. "Thanks, Mum. I'd forgotten about that." So she phoned her friend. "Hello, is Sophie there, please?" "No, she's out." "Can you ask her to ring me back, please?" "Yes, of course." "Thanks, bye." "Bye." Laura went upstairs and waited for the phone call. "Sometimes, Laura," said Mum, "you have to move on and choose new friends. Like Sophie probably has. It may be hard, but it's life." The phone never rang. Wow! Wow! Oh my god, this story is incredible. It's like a horror story. And there's another piece of paper here with some writing on it, and I want to see what's written on it. Oh! There's questions about the story. Where was Laura? In the bedroom. What day was it? Spelt W-H-A-S, and they've crossed out the H. What day was it? Sunday. Where did Mum find Laura? Sitting on the floor in her bedroom. Her best friend had moved where? Wales. What was her best friend's name? Sophie. Laura wrote to her friend, true, false. False. Laura had breakfast, true, false. False. What did Laura do when Mum said, phone her or write to her? She jumped up. What was the weather like? Sunny. Was Sophie there when she contacted her? No! Written with a square O and a smiley face in it. This is a strange selection of papers to just be sitting inside. And I guess this one is blank. This one's blank. There's indentations, but it's the indentations of what was on... No, it's the indentations of the questions. This is fascinating. See, this is why I'm always taking a look at those book sections in the supermarkets where people in the community bring books. Because sometimes just things like this show up that have, like, layers. I love this dog, though. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan that dog in at some point. And we might even... I'm going to assume that this dog is public domain, because the creator never put a copyright symbol by it. But if you are the person who drew this dog, I will buy the rights to it. I will buy the rights to that dog. Assuming he's not based on an already existing copyrighted character, I'll buy the rights to that dog. He is such a glorious rat-like dog. I love him. I love him so much. So yeah, that... Just... What weird papers to find inside an Asterix book. A former, like, school library Asterix book. I probably would have loved this book as a kid. I'm definitely going to take good care of this book now. I am the last person this book is going to go to. Like, this book isn't going to end up in a charity shop or a jumble sale or anything at this point. This is my book. I'm keeping it. Unless, you know, Kent Education wants to come collect it. They can pay me for the privilege of finding it. And at some point, I will scan and release these pages found in the book. These notes from this, presumably, girl. Based on the pink... I mean, the pink ink. It's the main thing that makes me think that. But yeah, I just love finding things like that. It's... I see a big pile of books in a charity shop, or I see a big pile of books on the charity bookshelf at the supermarket. I see like a whole bunch of stuff just thrown somewhere in the corner of a charity shop. I get hands on, because you never know what kind of weird things you're going to find. The clothes behind me on this chair, charity shop, today. Some very nice ones, actually, in my size. And as I wear more like shirts and ties and stuff, I am slowly moving more towards sort of granddad fashion. It's what I'm comfortable in. Oh, yeah. Super cool. Super cool book. Yeah, that's something I found today that I wanted to talk about. So weird. That story was so much fun. Thank you for sharing, whoever you are. I hope everything's going okay for you, and I hope Sophie phones back soon.